Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Dearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day, a late day. It is 3:44 p.m., except not really, and I'll get to that in just a tiny bit. First off, once again, even though this is quote-unquote indoor-outdoor sheet RGB lighting, or curtain RGB lighting. Not sure how they define it, I've forgotten, but still, point being, it's supposed to be just RGB lighting, but to me it is, of course, the trailer-trashiest of Christmas lighting that you can get. Thumbs up, yay! I love my trailer trash Christmas lighting. I think it's awesome. I'm going to be buying more the next time I can. Now, I mentioned the time and said not really. I bought a digital clock, which unfortunately, sort of, it's a blue light. Blue light is very piercing, very short wavelength and piercing, as opposed to red lighting, which is long wavelength, easier on your eyes. So at night, that light is just piercing. Oh my God. But it's also a clock that you just plug it in and then it connects to a time server and automatically sets itself up so that you don't have to do anything but plug it in. Except I don't know what time service they're plugging into, because when I plugged it in, it connected to somewhere, something, and set itself up. So it's got the day right, it's got the time right, it knows what day of the week it is, it knows the calendar. Well, that's not the time. When I said it got the time right, it's gotten the calendar right. The time is 5 minutes off. So when my clock in my computer says it's, say, 4 p.m., this clock over here will say it's 3:55. So I don't know what server it connects to. I don't know why that server would be 5 minutes behind, but I need to go through and fix it manually. And hopefully it'll actually do that. It'll allow me to do so. But I finally had to get an external clock because I've just been having to use either take my phone out of my pocket and check the time, or turn on my tablet and check the time. Whereas, oh come on, why don't I have just a place where I can look and there's the time? Now, I'm not so far gone that I want to get a watch. I thought maybe of getting a watch here in the next couple, or I have in the past, but I've never felt that urge strong enough to actually do it again. So no watch bought. Don't know if I'm ever going to get one. Might. But right now, I mean, I got the tablet, got my phone, got stuff like that. That tells me the time. The only reason I got that one is because well, there's times I'm doing things and I need to have the time. So thumbs up for that. Past that, I have just been trying to do what I have to do. Today is it actually Tuesday? It's Wednesday. I don't even know what I did on Tuesday. Well, aside from, God, Tuesday, that was just yesterday. Before I go into that, because of my ADHD, quite frequently, the first part of the day feels like yesterday, and then the beginning of the day is noon. So even though it's not that way, everything that's before noon feels like it happened yesterday. So not only is just my time sense all off, but my sense of when things happened are all off. Now, I can't remember what I was talking about because of my ADHD. It might have been an ADHD related thing. Oh joy, fun for that. Ah, yes, I did have a case manager meeting here with my case manager. and that was fine. It went on quick, and we did some things, and that was good. And it has been verified that I don't have to leave here at the end of a year just because that lease will be up. Either stick around and stay month by month, or maybe they'll have another lease that I could sign. But I don't have to move if I don't want to. And I like what I've been having so far. So thumbs up for that. Yeah, so past that, I am just fitting in and surviving. I've had a delivery from Walmart. My sister got me some stuff, and while I was able to pick up the other things in person, they didn't have the stuff in stock, which was just underwear, and so I don't know what was going on there, but they mailed it through FedEx, showed up at my door, which is good because that proves that things will show up at my unit door. And that is a good thing because I have ordered some things in the past and just recently that through Amazon and such they will show up. There's no in limbo. Now, until they get the post office stuff figured out here, though, anything that would be arriving through the post office was down at the post office. Now, here they have the people here going down to the post office to do pickups. But for right now, because I need to get my exercise in, I'm walking down there. So I walk down to the post office to check. Because when I lived in southern Shelton, to get things, it took me, walking from southern Shelton to downtown Shelton to Walmart and then back. That was a 6-mile round trip. And in the place that we were renting, we were up on the top floor, so every time I had to go to the bathroom or take a shower or get something to eat, I went up and down stairs. So there was a lot of activity that I did even when I was being sedentary. That's not true anymore. I mean, when I put my heel against the front door and then I just go heel to toe with my feet, it's only 16 steps until I hit the far wall. This is a teensy tiny little place. I only have to get up step, and I'm at the toilet. And my bed is just step, sit. I don't even have to go anywhere to get to the microwave, and the refrigerator is what the microwave is sitting on. This is teensy tiny, and so I don't get that physical exercise that I used to, which means I need to go out walking, but I need to find a good route to take, because now to get the stuff, anything that I need is, well, Walmart and Fred Meyer's and all those things are all within a mile. So I don't even have that go 6-mile round trip to go to Walmart, because Walmart is it's less than a mile away. So I need to be walking at least to the post office every single day, if not more. Now, while I haven't been able to do as much as I'd like, I have been going out for more short walkies, literally short walkies. It's not even fully around the block, but it's getting up and out instead of just sitting in the chair. I just don't like doing that anymore. And of course, still working on and thinking about all my creative stuff, from the cosmological setting, which I've talked about, to the cosmic horrors themselves, and I've been rethinking and reminding myself about them, so I need to talk about all the cosmic horrors again, down to these settings and the characters and how things work out and why things are the way they are. Because in the cryptid setting, the cryptids live, even now in the year 2023, in this setting, as barely better than animals, living primarily as their ancestors have for hundreds of thousands of years, which is primarily as animals. There has been no guided evolution. There's a little bit of natural selection and natural processes and going on with gene selection and passing on, but that's only maybe 10% of what is in control of them. Their DNA is affected by different things. Their possibility is blown against them. If life is a river and the passage through life is done on various boats, for humanity, 99 times out of 100 in the cycle of this setting on our world, it is such that life is a river going that direction, and we are going in that direction because the finish line is that direction, and we are riding boats that could take 4,000 people comfortably, safety rated to take 8,000, and in a pinch you could get 10,000 people on them. They only handle 2,000. So they're pretty comfortable, and they are racing down the river toward that finish line. For the cryptids, they have planks that are put together by ropes, and while they could safely hold about 10, everyone has to grab onto each other, and there's about 50 or 60 of them. No motor, no sails, no rudder. They just have to sort of cup their hands and go into the river, but the river is flowing into them and the finish line is up that way. So in the year 2023, effectively, we're 10,000 miles down the river, and on their side, well, they've actually lost a little bit of ground. So 99 times out of 100 during these cycles of creation and such in our system, they are just hosed. But that's not all the time, not every system. And even though their generations are whipsawed violently, especially right now with the rise of global communications, it used to be that most things and changes for the cryptids were semi-localized, where there are Japanese cryptids, Japanese tales. There are gods and demons in India. There are tales and legends on Native America, and these are all were and had been for thousands of years localized. But with the rise of technology and communications, these are being spread around the world, and so something that would have been localized to Japan is now known and spread worldwide. And so the cryptids are being violently whipsawed generation by generation. And again, they used to live barely better than animals and now largely still do, but there are changes. The feral cryptids are only a few more generations and they will have all died out. Rural cryptids are dwindling in number and having to make major changes to how they live. Urban cryptids are now taking up the largest number of cryptids in the world in this setting. They are changing violently, and in some cases being very violent. There are dark cryptids, there are light cryptids. It is hard to say exactly what makes a cryptid one or the other, except no light cryptid ever has to devour a human being, whereas a small number of dark cryptids have to devour human beings for nutritional reasons. They have nutritional deficiencies that can only be made up by devouring human beings. Try to remember where I was going with this. Again, boy, I love ADHD. Well, okay, it's yeah, the cryptids, and those are the ones that have to devour because of the nutritional dark and light cryptids. Yes, okay. So it has been only the dark cryptids have had to eat human beings. Light cryptids never have and still don't. But one of my characters is Polly. Her parents are Clausy and Alan. Their parents are Polly's grandparents, and then there's the great-grandparents. Before Polly's great-grandparents, no light cryptid ever, as a matter of course, devoured a human being. For survival reasons, of course, when pushed against the wall, when, if I'm going to die if I don't do this, therefore I will do this, they will do that. So it has happened. But it didn't happen as just well, I want to do this, or I'm curious, until Clausy's great-grandparents, where both of them ate someone of their own volition, but only once. Her grandparents both ate someone twice in their lives. Her parents, Clausy and Alan, well, Clausy has killed and eaten 14 people in the past 20 years. Alan has helped her eat them, but he's never killed anybody. So that's 14 people in 20 years with her. Polly, she's a light cryptid. She eats 4 people every month. But still, no light cryptid has to. But now they can if they get hungry. And hey, once again, I'd like to start thanking, but don't have it here. I need to get it available. Thanking everyone who leaves me comments, each and every one of you. It is beautiful and awesome that you do so. Very appreciated. Thumbs up, thank you, each and every one of you. A few people like Nexor EH, 77 Arcturus, there was Floramu again for a brief moment, but thank you, each and every person that leaves me comments. It is appreciated to no end. Thumbs up and thank you. For each one of my Patreon patrons, I wish I could put you up here on my list, and maybe again I will. I just have to get your names downloaded, so soon. Hey, thank you though, each and every one of you. You do help out incredibly, and right now I'm still in flux. So thumbs up, thank you much. Well, I'm just going to finish up my day. I'm going to eat some stuff. I don't even think I've eaten yet today. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock and I haven't even eaten. So thumbs up for that. I'm going to eat something while this is rendering, I imagine. So until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. I may have a clip of just stuff from around the room. I may not. It is hard to say. Still, no matter what, you take care, and I need to click the button that makes this thing stop recording. Hey. Just as a real quick, this is what things look like from where I sit. I need to move little Baffy there to a better position. But yeah, I've got these books here. That's where the clock is. There's the lotion for my legs, arms, face. There's some candy because I stopped and bought some snacks, as well as I went to the library. That's a stack of I don't know, 5 games maybe printed out, and here's some other games that have been printed out. There's still the sloppy area where I keep my walker. You may notice it's filled with notebooks, and I have a notebook here on this table and keep spinning around because there's where my shirts are stacked on the microwave and the refrigerator. But there's more of those notebooks along with the package that my sister sent me. And then when I come over here, I'm going to be doing more with that. I do have some things showing up, and I need to have space. And since they would fit with that thematically, I need to do some work still. And then I have more of these notebooks stacked up here. Oh my. And notebooks, of course, down here. Well, 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 I think I need to get me another plastic bucket.